This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. On the drive to and from my parents' house in Washington State, we almost always stop at two particular McDonald's, one in Salem, Oregon, and another in Eureka, California. At the moment, we are in the parking lot of the Salem location, and I just finished a Big Mac and fries. Even though we are just passing through, I appreciate the familiarity and feeling of community. The other day, I was looking through my mother-in-law's photo album and came across a photo where she and her friends are standing in front of a McDonald's wearing their cheerleading uniforms. I usually call my mother-in-law New Mom, but her name is Marcia. Under the photo, Marcia had written a note, and I talked her into letting me read it here. San Bernardino, California. I have so many memories of this McDonald's over the years. My father took me there on what I think was opening day. What a thrill it was as a young girl to order a chocolate shake, hamburger, and French fries. Then there was the time when my cousin Hinda and I were given a tour and allowed to take dill pickles by the cupful out of a huge barrel. We must have eaten 100 pickles each. Everyone in my family knows the story of how I accidentally missed the ketchup container and dipped a fry into my milkshake. Now when I dip fries in my shake, it's on purpose. I remember when I was 12 years old, my mother and my cousin Noel Novak, Larry's brother, picked me up from dance class, and we went for dinner to celebrate Noel's graduation from high school. Years later, when I was in high school, we would go to McDonald's every Friday night after the football game. I wish you could see this photo. Marcia couldn't remember if they won the game that night, but everyone is smiling as if they did. Wherever your local McDonald's is, there's nothing better than that wonderful feeling of community. Well, maybe that feeling is tied with eating a Big Mac. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Dear listeners, it's Sim here. I'm experimenting with this bonus show in addition to the two-part episode you heard on Tuesday and Wednesday with Shane Dawson. This episode is for everyone that's tweeted, Facebooked, Instagrammed, or told their friends about Unqualified. I'm going to be joined by a few of Anna's friends, and we're going to share some of our favorite moments, and I'll even give you behind-the-scenes insight from some of your favorite episodes. We're also going to call one of you, our loyal listeners. But I have to say, full disclosure, Anna is not on this bonus episode. And I'll be honest, she doesn't even know I'm doing it. But if you guys like the episode anyway, let me know and I'll throw one in your feed from time to time. If it sucks, I apologize and I promise I won't do it again. But for now, sit back, enjoy, and get ready to feel some serious unqualified love. Guys, we're here in my house. Not my house. Amy, you're here too. I'm going to introduce everyone in a second. But we're all here for a reason here because we absolutely adore our friend Anna, and we're here to talk about the show. This is something that's I'm just trying out as an experiment, and we'll see how it goes. But let me first introduce everyone here. Let's start with Amy, my girlfriend, who has been helping me. We're at our house right now. Did you ever believe that we were going to do something like this?
No, I did not. And I definitely didn't believe I'd be talking into a podcast.
I know. Well, you're going to be great. I'm so happy that you're here. Moving around, well, there's three more people I've left to introduce. First one is Alexandra Holden. And Alex has been friends with Anna and me for how long now?
I think it was 2001 or 2. 2001 or 2, right?
Yeah, because you guys met on The Hot Chick, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I had met you before
that, right, at an audition when you were almost in a movie that I produced. But
yes,
it didn't work
right.
out.
But we don't need to talk about that.
We don't have to talk about that,
No.
but we're still really close friends. And
it's an amazing, rich friendship, and I value it very much.
Absolutely. As rich as a friendship that I have with Anna. So
Me
thank
too.
you so much for being here.
I'm just so happy to be here. I could not love her more. She is the best.
She is the best. Well, the woman sitting to your right, we've had on the show before. Aria, get up to the mic and say hi.
Hi.
Aria Ostrander, Pullman Ostrander.
Sure.
From Some Go Haunting.
That's right.
The band. You happen to be on the show on our Christmas bonus episode with the man sitting to your right. Josh, say hi.
Hey, Josh.
Josh Ostrander, you are also known as Mondo Cosmo. And for all of our listeners, he wrote the theme song.
I did.
Yay.
I nailed it.
Yay. You did nail it.
And everyone loves the theme song.
Yeah, it's really, I get so many messages online from people that love this song. It's so cool.
By the way, I loved when I had you and Aria on the Christmas bonus. And that was the first appearance of Chris Pratt, too. Do you guys remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it was via FaceTime, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
It was one of those things where we just threw out a bonus episode, and it was Christmas, and people just seemed to really like it a lot. It was really cool, and you guys are amazing. You got to play some music, and Josh, you're going to play a little bit of music later on as well, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, thank you for having us, Sim. We're very
Thanks,
happy to
Sim.
be here.
I'm just happy that you guys are here as well.
Have the listeners heard the whole song, the verse?
Yes, they have, because he played it
on
that episode.
You
exactly.
did, right? It's
That
such a
Christmas
good
episode
song.
was great.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique-quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's WARBYPARKER.com/unqualified.
Well, we all know why we're here. We already mentioned that at the start of the show. But I want to go around the room right now, and I want you all to tell me, from all the episodes that you've listened to of Anna Faris' Unqualified, which episode stood out to you? Who are your favorite guests? Why? Let's start with Amy. I'm going to start with you.
Oh, no.
My lovely girlfriend, Amy.
Well, for me, I mean...
Speak into the mic, baby.
There's a big difference for me between the episodes where I was in the room and the episodes where I was just listening like everybody else. So I can't answer with just one. But in terms of the ones I listened to first, I mean, Tiffany Haddish was incredible. I thought her story blew me away.
She was amazing.
Remember,
she was definitely a fan favorite.
Into the car and couldn't turn. I didn't want to miss a single word. Jason Mantzoukas really surprised me. He was hilarious. But I guess the one that can you guess what I'm going to say?
I don't even really want to. I don't even tell me.
I mean, it was a Shaq episode for 2 reasons. Yeah. One, because I never in my wildest dreams thought that Shaq would be attracted to me.
That was amazing. And if anyone didn't hear that moment, it was the beginning of the episode and at the end. I love the one at the end because Shaq, when we were we're wrapping up the episode, and Shaq just looks over at me and goes, "And Sim, I got to tell you something. And your girlfriend, Amy, what is she, 19, 20 years old? She's so hot. She's so hot. And look at you. What are you, 35? How the hell did you get... I forgot exactly what he said, but I was dying. I was loving every second of it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was
Can you imagine?
Total out-of-body experience.
Compliment Central. He thinks you're younger than you actually are.
Yeah.
You're this hot girl. I mean, he was loving you.
But the other reason it was my favorite episode, too, was just because you guys have no idea what Sim was like that whole day.
Do you want to describe what was going on?
Oh, yeah. I mean, so I
we were in Atlanta, first of all.
We stayed with Anna and Chris in Atlanta for a week or so. And the morning we were going to go on with Shaq, which was a little bit different than a lot of the guests before, but I've never seen Sim so nervous. He was
I was a wreck.
You've all seen him pretty
I grew up
intense,
loving him.
Wound up, but
this was
Shaquille
O'Neal.
This was to the nth degree. He was so excited, and then afterwards,
is this the most nervous with any
most
guest?
nervous I've ever been by far?
Oh yeah, I mean all day he was
ever in your life.
Yeah,
ever in my life.
Yeah, no,
yes.
It was incredible. But then after the high, do you remember after we finished recording, you were just over the moon, so excited.
I was jumping up and down. Yeah, I was high fiving people. I didn't know.
It was crazy. And you and me and Anna went outside, and we went out and forgot pizza or something.
We went across the street, had some wine and some pizza, and we just couldn't get over the fact that we had this amazing episode with Shaq. It was amazing.
So that was probably my favorite.
Alex, we'll move on to you. What was one of the episodes that stood out to you?
Well, Jenny Slate. She is
that was my answer.
I stole Aria's answer.
Jenny Slate and Chris Evans.
Because she is just my favorite actress
so
next
funny.
to Anna Faris. Of course, she's number one. But I love Jenny Slate. She is so amazing. And she just seemed so cool.
She's so cool.
It was so... She was wonderful. And I love her.
Well,
I love her. Funny.
We just adored her. Aria? Talk to us.
Alex took my answer, but that's only because
I'm always doing that.
It's true, but I'm fine with it. But because, and I'll say Jenny Slate as well, only because there was something so brave about they're talking about Bush and the things that are sort of implicated in being a female these days, and it's tough, and she was just saying such freeing things I want to know what I grow, and I thought, wow, that's I too, and
right.
I want to know that too as a woman, and so it
I totally forgot
that. But I actually have another answer too, which was Chelsea Handler really surprised me because
that was good.
I
was really
wasn't
good.
At first. I wasn't. I don't know. it took me a moment to warm up to her, but the way that she was so bravely not giving a fuck,
Right.
and was just herself, I thought, wow, what an empowering place to be.
Oh,
And,
she was.
You know, she kind of talked about that. About, well, I just want a few people to really like me, and I thought, wow, that. I mean, if we could all kind of take a lesson from that.
Yeah.
So I thought those were really cool.
Chelsea was
moments.
definitely impressive. All right, Josh, we're moving over to you.
Well, I don't know the guy's name. The Keegan.
Keegan-Michael Key.
I was at the gym
Wait, so you're not familiar with Keegan-Michael Key?
only because we went and saw the movie with Anna, the Keanu movie.
So you've never seen Key and Peele?
Nah.
It's such a good show.
you
Yeah,
need to.
I gotta see it. But that show, I was at the gym. I was laughing out loud. It was so funny.
He is.
But
one
that's
of
not
the
my answer.
funniest people I've
My
ever met in
answer-
my life.
Improv.
That's not my answer.
That's not my answer. I take it back. Because I was kind of at the ground floor of this whole operation with the two of you.
Yeah.
When you guys did the Rosie O'Donnell episode.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, it was something like you guys did a couple, and then that one came out, and I was like, oh my God, my dummy friends are going to do this. And it was so good. And I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like you guys got into you hit your stride on that one.
I got to tell you. So yeah, how that happened was interesting. We had just started. We had maybe one or two
couple.
episodes,
Yeah, it was
couple,
only a
not
couple.
even. But Anna and I kind of had a plan of attack of who we're going to target first. They're mostly going to be our friends, and we were going to go from there. Rosie O'Donnell happened to be doing a guest spot on Mom, and they started talking, and Anna told her about the podcast, and Rosie said, "That sounds amazing. I would love to be a part of it." I got a call from Anna, and she said, "Hey, Rosie wants to do the podcast tomorrow." Rosie O'Donnell, grew up watching her, loved League of Their Own. Just an incredible comedian, actress, person, philanthropist, everything about her I've always respected. And then, of course, she did not disappoint.
That one
so
really
sweet.
stuck out to me too. It's one it was really impactful. And I retell a joke she said from that podcast.
Which one was that?
What does a lesbian bring on a second date? A U-Haul. Wait, it continues. What does a gay man bring on a second date? What second date?
That was really good.
She's funny, right?
She's really, really funny.
Yeah. So what about you, Sam? Like, was there a guest that surprised you the most?
Wow. That's a really tough one. Because I love, they're all our babies. I just love everyone that came on the show. There was really no one that I didn't like. But surprising, the one that surprised me the most,
Who surprised you the most?
probably Michael Rappaport.
Really?
I have to say, did you guys remember the Michael
you were
Rappaport
excited.
episode?
I
That one.
loved that episode.
Okay, so-
that's one of my favorite episodes.
So Michael Rappaport,
Yes.
obviously, anyone that's familiar with his work, and I grew up watching him, and I loved everything that he's done. I mean,
Beautiful Girls.
Beautiful
remember
Girls.
that?
Oh my
I talked to
God.
Michael
I love
about
that.
Beautiful
Yeah.
Girls, and I said that's one of those movies that, listeners, if you haven't seen that movie, it's fantastic. It's great. It has who's in the movie? It was Timothy Hutton and Natalie
Uma
Portman,
Thurman.
Uma Thurman, and it was just one of those movies that you can just kind of glide by, slice of life movie. It's really not about anything
Was
per
Natalie
se.
Portman in that? Was she the little
She
girl?
was the little girl.
But Rappaport was amazing. So of course I've known his work. I've listened to his podcast.
He
his
did
podcast
that
is
cool
fantastic.
documentary on Tribe Called
Tribe Called
Quest.
Quest. Look at you. You have. Did you just like Wikipedia? Alex, did you totally Wikipedia him before you got over here?
Not at all. I
But
don't know. I know different
But if
stuff.
you remember the Michael Rappaport episode, Anna and I, this was like our first guest that we didn't know at all. So it was a complete wild card. And Michael Rappaport is a wild card. He came over, and I just knew that I told Anna, I want you to get in it with him. I want you to just go at it. Because Michael Rappaport, he's going to try and dominate this thing. He's going to try and completely take over this. But guess what, Anna? This is your house. You own this. You got this shit.
This is a speech.
This
you
is
gave her.
this is like my peps. I gave her this
fuck
talk
you,
before.
Sam.
But she did. Anna totally killed it, and they had this amazing chemistry. They had this
They were incredible. They had
unbelievable
a
chemistry.
rapport that was.
great.
And when we weren't recording, Rappaport was the same exact person.
Yeah, I believe that.
He was just like he doesn't have an on-off switch. It was amazing. And by the way, listeners, you guys, I know it was like an hour and a half long episode that I cut together, but that episode, I have about another hour and a half worth of footage. We recorded for 3 hours. No, eventually I'm going to release it, but all of that is also gold. Do you guys have any do you guys remember any favorite moments from any of the episodes at all besides guess? Anything kind of stick out at you?
Well,
Speaking to the mic.
The Frank one, the Frank guy.
Frank Grillo.
When they did the voices.
Yes.
Oh my God. That was unbelievable. I was dying. It was so funny.
I think the improv has been amazing. Like,
that's what I think.
Keegan-Michael Key's improv when they was doing the movie titles, like I
was hilarious.
lost it in the room. The Titanic thing, and then the Rosemary's Baby thing. Like, I was just dying. I was dying.
And he didn't know any of that going into
No,
it.
no,
Of course not.
This is off the cuff.
He's brilliant, that
Totally
guy.
off the cuff.
Well, you were there for that,
Yeah,
right?
I was sitting right next to him, and he was
Yeah.
incredible. He was one of these guys that really made an effort to engage everybody in the room.
It's cool.
So he was he'd look right at me and Cassie, and when he was doing this, and his mind was just incredible. I really feel like he could have gone on for two more hours.
They're
Like,
brilliant.
absolutely
I could have
brilliant.
listened to him all
he
night.
is.
But it's interesting, I get all of these messages, we're getting all of these tweets and Instagrams and Facebooks about just how great the improv has been.
Well,
But
that's
you
what
have
I was going to say.
Yeah,
And
it's
Anna
awesome.
does not have an improv background. She doesn't
I know.
have one at all. And she is going toe to toe with Keegan-Michael Key and Jason Mantzoukas and Paul Scheer.
Yeah, Paul was
Those
amazing.
are
She's always been
those
good
are
at
the
it,
three.
though.
But by the way,
We all do it.
those three are arguably the three best in the world.
They're
In the
hilarious.
world.
Yeah, I would
talking about a
I would
UCB
agree
pedigree.
with that. This is. But Anna makes us do this all the time.
I know.
She does.
We
I
have
was
to
so
play
surprised the
cruise
first time
ship
she did
all the
that.
time.
And
We
murder.
improv all the time.
So, Alex, why
So
don't you
that's just her
talk about
natural.
that? So, tell us about when we're not even recording, when we're just hanging out and just a bunch of us just as friends. Anna makes us do this shit, doesn't she?
Yeah, she'll want to play cruise ship, and she's always the director.
Tell us
Whatever the
about
game is.
cruise ship.
Well, she's the stewardess. I don't know. It's some kind of love boat variation. She assigns all of us, you're the chief stew, you're the magician, entertainer guy. I don't
Right,
know. You're
right.
tattoo, whatever. I don't know. And we improv. That's what we do. She's so good at it because that's what she does it recreationally.
I was so
and
shocked.
makes us all do it.
The first time I was at a party with all of you, and that started to happen.
And that's what you had to
and
do?
I'm not used to hanging out with creative people. Or actors and
Amy.
musicians.
Oh my God,
this
that
has
must
so
have been
new for
so
me.
weird.
It was so crazy. It was.
Did you find it liberating? And
Yeah, it was awesome.
You loved it.
Oh, it was awesome. Well, so
Immediately.
10 years ago, I went to Northwestern undergrad as a theater major. So there was that part of me, but it's just been stuffed down, and now everyone's so corporate and analytical. So being around at a party where let's suddenly break into an improv was crazy.
Yeah.
And she won't drop it either.
She'll never drop
This
it.
game will go on for hours and hours.
Well, even days, really.
Yes. I don't think our listeners know that when we do these improvs,
It's true.
no, she'll keep going.
No, I know.
She will keep going.
I've seen Chris be like, "Okay, baby, I think everybody's."
By the way,
Everybody's kind of having enough of this right now.
there are extended cuts of the improv, by the way, that we've done with all of our guests. They go on for a while, and I have to kind of edit them down because Anna just does not want to quit.
She won't quit.
Guests it's just it's not happening. She wants to keep going. She will not stop until
Nope,
someone
she's not
tells
gonna
her
quit.
to stop, and I try to do that.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. Skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Aria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA.
By the way, do you think I'm doing an okay job of trying to get the pace of the... Because you guys understand that Anna loves to talk, and she's an amazing talker, and she loves her guests, but sometimes...
Talking? No.
But it's like at the same time, it is a podcast. We can't, all of our episodes can't be 3 hours, and I have to kind of...
I know, that must be hard to edit it. I'm serious. That's a big job.
Oh, it's really hard.
You're doing a really...
I think you're doing a great job.
I wasn't looking for... Mike Flynn helps me as well, but I'm not looking for any props on that. I'm just maybe looking for advice on how do I get Anna to...
Well, reel her in? No.
How to get her to shut up? That's what you're asking us right now? Don't you do something like this with your finger?
I do like a wrap it up thing, exactly.
And then she always goes, "What are you doing with your finger?"
She'll point it out. Yeah.
What does that swirly
I know.
hand motion mean?
I know. No, she's the greatest.
She really is. But wait, one thing on the improv. So my favorite ones are where she's trying to hire someone.
Yes.
That's
when she
my
plays
favorite.
Karen.
She plays
Karen from Imaginarium
Karen.
Films.
Yes, that's my favorite. But anybody, she's a boss trying to, job interviews. That's the best.
Can we talk about Anna and the way she treats her listeners? Because I just think that she is just the sweetest person ever.
Oh, she is, absolutely. Dear listeners.
I know. The dear listeners. I use that at the intro.
What's amazing to me is that,
yeah, you did. You pulled it off, too.
I know. Taking a page from the playbook.
Absolutely.
But she's like that with everybody, though. I mean, like, it's not like a thing that she switches on for the podcast.
Either,
no, or with people.
So
like, she's
That's
been
true.
nothing but warm to everybody I've ever seen her interact with.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
For sure.
Yeah, and she truly brings that out in in everyone that she's talking with. She just genuinely wants to know
She truly makes you feel very important. There are very few people out there that make you feel super important, and
she's a curious person.
She is.
That's one of her
Curiosity
best
drives
qualities,
her.
I think.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And she just does not want to get off the phone with any of our listeners. She won't do it. She can't.
Totally.
She can't do it.
Oh, poor Sim.
But I really do feel like the one thing I love about this show is that I really do feel like the listeners are engaged. I feel like they're with us.
Seems like it.
I do genuinely believe that, especially with all of the tweets that I've been getting and all the Facebook messages that we've been getting and all of the reviews on iTunes, which we love, by the way. We love the reviews on iTunes. They genuinely feel like they're sitting at the dining table, and they're having a drink with us, and they're enjoying our conversation.
That's true. It does have a very homey vibe.
I know. I just...
Sim, at the time when you met Anna, did you like ever think that this was gonna you would ever be in business with her? And
No, of course not.
podcast didn't
that
exist.
she would be like, but such a central. Well,
No.
of course not podcast, but like, did you ever think that she'd be such a central player in your life?
I always knew that she would be...
Oh, you guys were so close.
No, I always knew
From
that she would be a close friend forever. I didn't think that I would ever work with her, but I feel like it's a good fit. Things are working out right now. We get along really well, and we're both headed in the right direction, the same direction that we want to be headed in.
Well,
so
Sim,
I
can
really
I
enjoy
say
that.
something
Yeah,
to you?
of course.
She's told me in confidence several times how amazing you are and how amazing you've been at this job.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Several times.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, and much more effusively than that. She just thinks you kick ass.
Well,
And she is so grateful.
I'm doing my best not to.
This is what she
I
tells
don't
me.
I don't want to disappoint her because this is the best
You're
job
not.
I've ever had in my entire life. And
oh, that's such a nice thing to say.
and we're having
That's wonderful.
it. Oh, are you kidding me? I know I'm working a lot,
she's
but
loving
I'm
it
having
too.
I'm having the best time too. You know, I enjoy waking up and doing everything that I'm doing.
You
for the
can
show.
tell. You can see you're really happy.
It's great.
Well, and I wanted to say a little something to that actually, and just how I wanted to comment about how what I take away from all of the episodes in regarding you is that when callers come in, and I know that's kind of your forte, that's what you do, but I mean, you light up and you just really put them at ease, and so it's just this wonderful chemistry that is broadening.
Sim's giving you directions right
He's
now.
giving me directions.
Why are you giving him
Aria,
directions?
Aria, I'm just like,
Emotions.
Aria,
He can't stop
I've lost
producing.
my
He can't help
thought.
himself.
He can't take the
I've lost
compliment.
my
I can't.
thought.
I'm still producing the show while I'm trying to be
I
engaged
can't
in the
compliment
conversation
him now, and
But,
it's gone.
By the way, Aria, I heard everything you said, and I
Please-
appreciate it
She
so
takes
much.
it back.
No, but
the
it's
truth is, here's the thing. I'm getting a lot of emails. I'm just kind of scanning them. The show has become popular, and I'm so thankful to everyone that's been listening. And obviously, we can't have every caller on, and I want to have different calls. But I do, and I try. You know what? My problem is, I'm also writing back to a lot of them. I'm giving them my own advice over email, even though they're not going to make it onto the show.
Sim.
So all of a sudden, I'm engaging in all of these
I know.
emails back and forth. I'm like, oh shit, this is going to take.
How do you feel about this?
Well, here's the thing. I
You're
just
qualified.
well, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of them are really obvious, which is why they won't make it onto the show. But I feel so bad, and I feel so grateful that they're taking the time to write these long emails, and I want to get back to them. I want to try and get back to everyone, but I can't. I physically don't have the time to do that. I can't do that. But then I'll get into these, these threads and these exchanges with them, and then I really want to just help
But
them.
you really do light up.
Yeah.
I've gone through the Unqualified email inbox before, and like I'll see a thread with like 6 or 7 email exchanges. I was like,
I can't help it. But I want to be able to help everyone. Anna feels the same way because we really do genuinely believe that all of our listeners, they're our friends. That's always been.
It's apparent that you really care.
Yeah.
Like Aria said, you
Thank you
light
for
up.
saying that.
It's apparent, and Anna too. Of
But not
course,
only do we care, but our guests care, which is why I think that
They do seem to really
But
get
here's
into
what
it, don't they?
What I love about this show is that this is the only format that I've seen where celebrities don't really necessarily have to talk about themselves. They can if they want to, but they genuinely enjoy talking to strangers and helping people with their lives. They really get into it. Every guest we've
They so
had
get into
has
it.
gotten
Totally.
into it, and they
Totally.
love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody
I,
wants to tell people what to do, really. Right?
I remember, but here's the thing. The other thing that I've also...
I'm kidding.
I know.
But helping people.
But
Back to that.
But I do love the fact that our guests really do care. And I just remember... Do you guys remember the Lance Fast episode at all?
yeah, of course.
I remember I took this call. I don't know if you remember this guy. His name was Brad. And Brad recently came out as gay. Do you guys remember this call at all?
To his buddies, right?
Yeah.
They were to his buddies, correct. They were to his buddies, college buddies. And he came out to everyone, actually. But his friends, his college buddies. And he's from the Bible Belt. And that played into it, apparently. and his buddies, they told him to remain in the closet. And if anyone hasn't listened to this episode yet, this call is around the 45-minute mark, and they said that he was ready to start dating, but his friends said, look, you should stay celibate. And then Lance and Anna gave the most amazing advice. First of all, the story is heartbreaking, but then how Brad came out of that so happy. He sent me text messages back and forth. We get a lot of fan mail.
So how is he doing now?
He's doing great. He's doing fantastic. And his friends are understanding now, and they're okay with it. And Lance encouraged him to be himself and to educate his friends. And that was amazing.
I remember that.
I got an email. I got an email the day after we released that episode. Can I read this email to you guys?
Please.
Hello, my name is Randy Thomas, and I just listened to your podcast with Lance Bass. It was the first time that I have ever listened to your podcast, and I am grateful for the experience. I just wanted to say that your response to Brad, who came out to his friends, was very honest, compassionate, and relatable. Loved both your and Lance's responses. This is a letter to Anna, by the way. Millions of young LGBT people have gone through the exact same experience, or worse, and your responses were right on and incredibly life-giving. I grew up in Nashville and came out the first time in the 80s. I became a Christian at the age of 24 and found my way to the church closet by becoming part of the, quote, ex-gay community. In fact, I was the last executive vice president of Exodus International and helped to close it in 2013. I came back out a little over a year ago on January 12, 2015, and it was nuts. Went through a very wide range of expected and unexpected responses. I'm truly free now and wanting to make amends and positive contributions to the community, and I had been estranged from for over 20 years. Anyway, the point of this message is to say, I wish what you and Lance shared with Brad would be amplified exponentially in as many ways as possible. Many people need to hear the type of love y'all exemplified in the friendship you extended towards Brad. Thank you for the great podcast, Randy.
Jeez.
See, when you get letters like that,
Yeah, it's powerful.
it just makes it worth it,
You're
right?
almost crying. I'm crying. You're almost crying. It does. But Lance was so wise. He basically said, use this as an opportunity to educate.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That
He did
was
say
I thought
that.
that was
brilliant.
incredible. I remember that.
Oh man.
So it's no surprise to me that he inspired this person to write this email. It was a really inspiring episode.
But when Anna and I received letters like that, it's like,
Amazing.
this is why we want to keep doing this. We're having a great time, but if we really are helping people, and I think Anna is, I really do.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, did you really expect to help people, or was that because it was just kind of a joke at first, sort of in theory?
It started out as a hobby, but of course, Anna and I really wanted to give real advice. The goal
always did want to help people.
The goal was always to help people. It was never a joke. We were going to have fun during the show, of course. We were going to work with some really funny people on the show, but the goal was always give great advice.
Right.
Heartfelt, real advice. That was always the goal. And we've maintained...
And you've done that.
Thank you.
Well, Anna does that for everyone.
She does.
In her life
Of course.
already. This is it's such a natural fit, don't you think? She always wants to talk about what's going on with you. It's true. For real.
loves
that.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Oh, that is true. Wait, so you guys, Amy, you were telling me that you guys prepared some not so rapid fires for me?
I have two.
Yeah, go for it, Josh.
Well,
I have one.
I was like fighting. I don't really want any of these not so rapid fires, because I feel like no one's really going to care.
Everyone wants to know more about you.
No,
You're
of course not. No, I don't buy that at all. Anyways.
The man
Y'all should
behind
have
the
seen
curtain.
it
All right,
at the
let's-
podcast conference.
All right,
guys.
no, we're not
I
going to
know,
get into
everybody
that.
more about
All right,
that.
Whatever. No. It's not about me. This show is not about me. It's about our fans.
This
and-
show right now is about you.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
no,
it
it
is.
isn't.
Yeah, it
No,
is. Yeah,
no,
it is. Yeah, it is.
absolutely not. That was not the purpose of this, Alex.
Fuck you, Sim.
Are you kidding? All right. Guys,
Somebody's gotta
start.
see it.
I know. I feel like
So
you're the only.
naturally to you.
By the way, you're doing a good job of it. Anna would be proud. I promise. All right, fine. Get it over with. Let's get
You
this
got to
over with right
answer
now.
these though.
I'm going to.
No, but you can't. Like,
We don't
tiptoe
have that
your way
much
around
time.
it.
All right. You know what the beauty of this show is right now is that I can move things along. And if I want to stop talking about me, fuck yeah, I'm going to stop talking about me. So go. Start.
Hottest guy that you've had on the show.
Hottest guy we've had on the show. Who? Let's see here. Let's see. Frank Grillo was a recent one. He comes to. That guy is built. He's 51 years old, and that guy's built like. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount that he the shape that he's in. Hottest guy. Wow. Well, you know what? Chris Pratt is definitely a hot guy.
You can't put Chris in.
Can't put Chris in.
No, that's weird.
That is weird, huh? Okay. All right. Then you guys, come on, help me out here.
Chris
Who's hot?
Evans. Chris Evans. What's
I
wrong with
forgot.
you?
No,
Chris
sorry,
Evans.
Chris Evans. Chris Evans.
That is
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Not so rapid. Least favorite guest.
Oh, I'm not answering
Oh,
that.
you
Come
can't answer
on. No. That there's no. I loved everyone. I've said that in the beginning.
And he probably
No way.
really means it too.
I do mean
You're
it.
a good guy.
Yes. Anyone else? Let's do this. Come on. You got me.
Mine don't necessarily go. You'll see. Mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Oh, ew! Miracle Whip is really it's sweet. It's
so
disgusting.
gross.
It's
Hanging.
No,
Okay, just-
mayo for sure.
Okay. How do you and Amy feel about sharing your lives on this podcast?
That's a great question.
Oh wow.
Let's get
okay.
real.
Well, I'm doing my best to kind of protect Amy. I know she doesn't mind when I talk about her on the podcast at all.
You guys are so nice to me. So
Well, you're a lovely.
the
I
best.
wouldn't say
Love
anything
you.
bad. I mean,
But I feel like
it's adoring.
it's. I'm happy that Anna is very open, and then she can talk about herself because the truth is, no one really wants to hear about me. So if I bring up stuff about my life, it's because Anna either prompts me or it's because it makes sense in the moment. But I think people know that I'm dating Amy, especially our super fans, the people
Of
that
course.
are probably only listening to this episode, because I guarantee you people have, most of our downloaders have turned it off after the 10 minutes because they realize that Anna's
Thanks
not on
a
it.
lot, Seb.
Well, Anna's not on the. This is really for the super fans. I really feel like this is for everyone. I love you guys. And
We understand.
I know.
We love you
I know.
too,
I know.
Seb.
But
Fuck you, Seb.
I guarantee you that
This is for Anna.
this is for Anna, but
yeah,
not
for
as
Anna
many
and the
people
super
are
fans.
listening to this episode. I can guarantee it as the actual real Unqualified episodes. Not that this isn't real. This is a real episode, but this is for the fans, like the real super fans, and us, I
And
guess.
for Anna.
And for Anna,
And for us.
and for us. But is that it? Was that your question?
And then I had one more, which was Rolling Stones, Beatles, or Zeppelin. Yeah, tough, right?
I would say in different stages of my life, all three.
Excellent.
That is a good answer.
Yes. Okay, but if I were to see one, I mean, obviously, if I were to pick one concert to see right now, if it was between the three, I would pick the original Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would pick too.
Everyone else?
Ooh, I'm curious what you're gonna say,
yeah, I
Josh.
want to hear Josh's answer.
No, you'd have to go Beatles on that.
I just
Yeah.
have to. I just
Right.
can't.
Of course.
It's just it.
Definitely. All right. Am I done? Am I done with the rapid fire? Oh, you have one. Okay.
I'm just gonna go straight up, old school.
Okay.
If you were an animal, what would you be?
Oh my
Good
God.
one.
I know.
Do you remember we did
I know what you want me to say. This is a
know.
conversation that
Really?
we had. We had maybe 10 or 11 years ago.
Oh, I wasn't.
No,
there.
this is a long time ago. This was at the Chateau Marmont when we were all, and we had this go around.
That is where it was.
And my answer, you asked me this. My answer was werewolf. And everyone started cracking up. Everyone started laughing because and then I was so pissed off. I was so angry.
Who says that?
I was so angry. But you guys were.
It's like a wolf isn't badass enough. I need to be a werewolf.
It doesn't even exist.
But then you guys, I got so pissed off because I thought that you guys
Well,
were
'cause we
making fun of
laughed
me.
hysterically.
We were laughing,
We're like,
and then
right.
Alex,
Like you're no werewolf.
I remember this part.
Because then the next round
This part,
was...
no, this part really pissed me off. By the way, because
I'm
I asked
sorry.
you, I pissed me off, but then you guys
I
started
know.
laughing even more. I asked you,
no.
Well, because
like,
then
if
we
I'm
had to
not-
do what... Do you,
pissed me off in a fake piss off way, like I always am. But when I I
The
asked
next
you,
round was, what animal do you think the person on your left would be?
Right. And do you remember what you said for me when I asked you what animal I am?
I drove all the way to San Diego to take a picture of one to bring back to you. Yes, I remember.
What's the answer?
Meerkat.
Meerkat. A fucking
They're
meerkat.
adorable. They are adorable.
Isn't that like a
and they're alert. You're very alert.
Is that Pumbaa or
No, Timon.
Timon?
Yep.
Timon is cool.
God.
What's wrong with Timon?
I want to be a werewolf.
Well,
Funny.
Why can't I be a werewolf?
Oh my god.
You can,
Such
Sim. You
bullshit.
can. You are.
Such
You
crap, Alex.
I'm dying.
Anyways, by the way, we have some amazing fans on Unqualified, and we are going to call, or we have amazing fans that love Unqualified, and we're going to call one of them right now. Her name is Sierra.
Hello.
Hey, Sierra.
Hi.
Hey, it's Sim. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the crew right now, okay? To my right is Amy. Do you remember Amy?
Hi, Sierra.
Yes, your girlfriend, right?
Yes, that is me.
And we also have
Hi.
one of Anna's best friend, one of our best friends, Alexandra Holden, the talented actress. Alexandra Holden is with us as well.
hi, Sierra. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. Nice to talk to you.
And we also have Aria Pullman Ostrander is with us as well,
Beautiful.
and she was on the Christmas bonus show.
Hi, Sierra. So nice to talk to
Hi.
you.
And we also have Aria's husband, who is the composer and the singer and an absolute rock star in his own right,
Sierra.
Josh Ostrander.
Josh here.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
So, Sierra, first of all, I just wanted to thank you so much for all of your support for the show. You've been absolutely amazing. And there's a bunch of you guys that have just been so active on social media, and you're always commenting, and you're always saying how much, and you're always supporting the show, and we absolutely adore you for that. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel like I'm kind of a creep on Twitter, so that makes me feel amazing.
Validated.
But Sierra, I have a question.
There you go.
Sierra, I have a question for you because I feel like people want to know what are some of your favorite moments, or your favorite 2 moments from all of the episodes that you've heard?
Okay, so I have one of the very first episodes with Aubrey Plaza, because I'm a huge Parks and Rec fan. Like, I've watched every single season, every single episode, like 3 times. Like, it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
And when y'all surprised her by calling Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence,
Yeah.
I about died. It was like my 4 favorite people: Anna, Aubrey, Chris, Jennifer Lawrence, and I could not love Jennifer Lawrence more. And it was so funny, and they gave really good advice too.
Yeah, I remember, Sierra, sorry to cut you off here, but I remember we were in the middle of the episode with Aubrey, like literally recording, and then Anna gets a text message from Chris, because we were going to call and surprise Aubrey by calling Chris. And Chris sends a text message to Anna that said, "I'm with Jen. Is that okay?" And then while we're talking, Anna shows me the text message, and I said, "Oh my God, that's going to be amazing." I was so excited. So we call up, and Aubrey she didn't even believe that it was Jen and Chris on the line.
I know, I remember that.
She thought that they were like just 2 people that are fucking with us.
Impersonators?
Yeah, and 2 impersonators. She really believed
hilarious.
that. But they couldn't be. They were so cool. Jen is so cool. It was so much fun. And then I asked them a question about a caller that we were going to have later on in the show. And they both killed it with the advice. And what was great about that episode, which I loved, which really kind of put us, I'm not going to say put us on the map. That sounds weird. But
That was a big episode.
it was a really big episode, because every single publication picked it up. I'm talking about BuzzFeed, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight. All of them.
Well, let's get real.
All of
This
them.
is 2
Huffington
of the
Post.
2 most famous people in the
yeah,
world.
yeah. So it was.
Which is
so they
crazy.
talked about the
And awesome.
episode, and that's when our listening audience.
It was a
that was they
turning
were like,
point.
"Oh my God, Anna Faris is a podcast," and then it was like, not only does she have a podcast, she's really fucking good. People really
Yeah,
found
exactly.
out.
Right.
And we've since gotten some amazing press after that, but I really felt like that episode really kind of pushed us over, to that point where it's like, this is
Sure.
going to be a good show where people are actually going to listen to it. But Sierra, so
Yeah, that was.
was that your favorite show?
Oh, okay. So that was definitely one of them. I'm a huge Aubrey Plaza fan. I'm actually almost done with the Aubrey Plaza and Reddit episode, which is hysterical. I'm like crying laughing at it.
Yes, they're great.
I think one of my favorite episodes, I'm thinking about this like all day. I loved the Chris Evans and Jenny Slate episode because I think what is great about Unqualified is that you take these incredibly famous people and bring them down to a very raw and real and vulnerable level. And Chris Evans like a perfect example of that because I had just seen him in IMAX like jumping over buildings as Captain America. And then I get to hear him on Unqualified talking about if he's like an Astro Boob man and like how he loves his sisters, and it was just so awesome. And Jenny Slate, hilarious, and them together was just the bomb.
Yeah, no, that was another big episode for us
Yeah.
because a lot of crazy shit happened
A lot
afterwards.
of big episodes.
Yeah,
What do you mean afterwards? A lot
No,
of-
I remember. So after that, like the day that it aired, I was, at work, and my phone just kept blowing up. Like it was like
This
text
is
after
Amy
text
talking,
after
by the way.
text. Yeah, and it was Sim kept texting me articles like that would come out, like press stories. It was like just more and more and more and more.
Well, it was
what?
it was saying that
Just
just
reporting about the art,
about the
podcast,
episode
the
and how much they
episode.
love the episode and how that the whole Chris is an ass man instead of a
But
like, well,
when they
remember that
launched
part?
it, we weren't sure the kind of audience we were going to get, or were people going to pay attention, or
Right.
And so this was like the first real moment where we were like, this is blowing up, and it was so exciting.
Now, of course, something happened, maybe a month later, which it made major news. Was Chris and Jenny started dating for real?
Oh, that's true?
yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
So,
I
but
thought they already were dating when you
no,
did that thing.
no. Okay, what our listeners don't know is this. We shot this episode, we recorded this episode in February, we released it in April. I think it was May when it came out that they were dating. When they were together, people that can listen to, I remember
Did
when...
they meet through you?
No. They met.
They wanted
did
to be on the show together.
They did a movie. They did a movie together.
Oh, that's right, that's
and,
right. I
And they
remember.
became really good friends. And I don't know if you remember at the beginning of the
Yeah.
episode, we were talking about platonic friendships, like the platonic friendship that I have with Anna. But it was. But
It's
it
all
was,
coming back to me
But
now.
it was.
Yes.
It was interesting because you could totally sense that they really enjoyed being with each other.
Seriously?
And
Yeah.
they were flirting. They were kind of hitting each
There was
other.
a lot of
so
chemistry.
I remember Anna and I were looking at
Seemed
each
like-
other,
yeah.
and
Oh, totally.
they definitely weren't dating at the time, but you can definitely tell that they really truly respected each other.
Like if that was
Yeah.
Sim and Anna's vibe together, like I would have been very uncomfortable.
Right.
Oh, no, it's now that you remind me the story of, they're just friends that did a movie together.
Right.
I do remember that, but my
Right.
takeaway was that they
Yeah.
were together.
No, but it
Because
seemed like
that
that,
was
right?
the vibe.
But it, but it
Right.
definitely, but you can
Definitely the
definitely
vibe
see
they were
their
giving
chemistry.
It was
Right.
obvious.
So they have incredible chemistry. So when I did find out later that they are dating, it wasn't a surprise
No,
to
we
me.
all were like, oh.
And I'm rooting
It
for
makes
them.
sense.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're both incredibly intelligent people, and they're both really just super
She's
kind.
so funny.
Yeah,
But,
she's
I
I didn't know if that was true, so this is very exciting for me.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's exciting for you?
Because I saw that in the news, and I was like, "Are they making this up?" Because the media is kind of weird about that stuff. So I didn't know if it was true, and now I'm super excited that it is true because I can't imagine one perfect couple, especially after
they
that
are.
episode.
They are definitely perfect for each other, and we all support their relationship. So best of luck to Jenny Slate and Chris Evans. But Sierra, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling me. This has been the highlight of my week, month, day, everything.
Well, thank you so much for supporting us, and Anna, of course, loves it when you tweet as well, and I'm encouraging all of our listeners to follow
I love
us
Anna so
on
much.
on Unqualified and follow us on Twitter on Unqualified, and what else do we have? Snapchat. We have Instagram and. And leave us a review on iTunes as well. So please, this has been amazing. But we're going to wrap this whole thing up. Sierra, I'm going to say bye to you first right now. We love you so much.
I want to say thanks for
I love
being a
y'all
fan,
too.
too.
Bye, Sierra.
Bye.
Sierra.
Bye.
So, guys,
You guys really have the nicest,
Oh,
sweetest.
completely.
Like,
they're amazing.
Like all your
It's
friends.
all love.
Sweet.
It's just
They're
all
amazing.
love.
They're amazing. So what I
one big
really
love
want to
fest.
do, if you guys feel like this episode, if this thing works, what I really want to do is I want to invite other friends of the show, whether it's Cassie or Mindy, Mike, of course.
Yeah, you gotta
we're
get
gonna have
Mike.
Kiwi. We're gonna, there's a bunch
Oh,
of friends
Kiwi
of the.
would be good, yeah.
There are so many people that have supported
Everyone
the
would
show
be
so
great.
much, and past guests as well, like Zach Selwyn and Missy and people that are friends that also we would love to have
That
Ike
was
back
a
as well
funny-
for this.
Zach Selwyn, when he did this really happen in Florida or not?
Oh, he's great.
That was
Amazing.
funny.
He's terrific.
You know, Sim's producing a podcast with them.
Anna and I are going
Yes,
to be
yeah.
producing
Tell me.
Misty and
Yeah.
Zach's podcast. That's going to be
great.
So we
coming
did the
up
first-
later. So please look out for that. That's an exclusive. Thanks,
we did
baby.
the first recording here.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. This
Did
is
I just
well.
do
I
that?
wasn't planning on
Sorry.
announcing it, but hey, guess
Sorry,
what?
you
You gotta
We
make,
just
you gotta
announced
make a
it.
list for me. You gotta make a
Alright.
list for me. Things I can't talk about.
But did you guys have fun? Do you guys think this is fun, or do you think this is bad? This is
love
lame?
it.
It's
Oh my
super
God,
fun.
Sim, you're
What's
wonderful.
Do you think
fun
Anna's
about
gonna
this?
like this? Fine.
Oh,
I
Anna
want
will.
everyone
Yes.
before we end this right now.
Anna will
I
love
want
it.
I want everyone to just say hi to Anna. Whatever you want. Just give Anna a message. Go. We'll start with Josh. Go for it.
Anna, I love you. You've done so much for me in my career. And Chris has done. You guys have both just done so much for Aria and I. We love you.
Anna, I love you too. What Josh says, that's really great. But I just want to also say how you're just so brave and kind to everyone that comes within your path. And so I thank you for that.
Alex.
Well, there are no words to express the love I feel. It's really true, though. Anna, I just love you so much. I couldn't love you more. You've been such an incredible friend, not to me, but just to everyone that you come across, and you're just the best. And we just laugh the most. I just love you. You're hilarious, and I can't imagine my life without you. I love you.
Amy.
Anna, I am so happy that you are in my life. You've been so amazing to me, so warm and welcoming and inclusive and generous and kind. And I'm just so grateful that I can count you as my friend. And you've made my boyfriend just so happy over the past 9 months. Like he just loves this all so much. And it's been so exciting for me to get to kind of watch that passion grow in him. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Well, Anna, you completely changed my life. And obviously this is, you mean the world to me, and we always talk about this, and I tell you privately. But you're incredible. You're absolutely incredible. And what you do for people is just absolutely astounding. And I can go on, but I might get a little emotional. So I'm going to end this right now by having Josh Ostrander play us out. Josh, from Mondo Cosmo, take it away, sir.
We're so lucky.
She's unqualified.
Anna!
Come
on, guys.
Unqualified. Unqualified. Unqualified.
Anna.
Good night, everybody!